Now, to know more about the Mediterranean diet, let's talk with clinical nutritionist Dr. Juwalita Surapsari. Good afternoon, Doc.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Doctor, so nice
Hi.
to see you. And also, currently, we are talking about this particular diet because the Mediterranean diet is said to be the trend this year, according to some reports. But can you explain more about this kind of diet?
Okay. So as Alia already mentioned that this year is the sixth year that this Mediterranean diet regarded as the best diet overall. Yeah? So what makes this diet is very good because it's not only focused on the specific nutrients or the food groups, but overall, uh, this diet emphasizing all the nutrients rich foods. So basically, this diet is focusing on the plant-based food. Yeah? As we know, we need to increase our vegetables and fruit intakes, and then incorporating with the whole grains, nuts, seeds, and also put the seafood or fish in moderation.
Okay.
Yeah, and we reserve crab meat and also soup only for occasional treats. So, in terms of the healthiness and then the safety and also the ease to following this diet make the Mediterranean diet is very superior other than any other diets.
Wow.
Well, doctor, you saying superior, so
Yeah.
we're just wondering here if it is the best of diets at the moment, because like you said, you eat the red meat in moderation. Of course, there's also fish that you can actually have. So again,
Yeah.
plant-based. I think it's very, very good to have that kind of diet on the daily. But you think so? It's been regarded as the healthiest of diets.
Yes, we call it one of the heart healthy diet, not only for the heart health, but also in other chronic diseases such as a certain of cancers and then the diabetes type 2. And this diet is very superior in lowering the blood glucose level and the triglyceride level
Oh, I see.
in some in someone having the existing pre-diabetes or diabetes type 2. So we're not just only saying that this diet can losing weight more, no, but also in the long term, it's very superior to prevent those chronic diseases.
I
Right.
see.
So it's good for cardiovascular and also for inflammatory
Sure.
Yes.
diseases. So this is very good diet. And
Yeah.
also, hence, it's very yummy indeed. I've been looking at some
Oh.
recipes and I cannot resist all these yumminess. And doctor, since you've got the same hairstyle as I am, so I just want to ask you honestly, does it have any
Yeah.
negative effects? I mean, I know I used to live in Egypt, and all these people also adopts this kind of diet as well. But they do eat a lot of meat and also a lot of bread as well. Although they do eat a lot of olive oil and all these green veggies and legumes and all that. But do you think there's no negative effects or whatsoever from this diet?
I can say no negative effect. As you can say, as you can see that this diet is very high in fiber because we're focusing on the plant-based food.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the second, this diet also high in unsaturated fat that comes mostly from the extra virgin olive oil. This type of oil is very good to help the insulin hormone to work and also to prevent the heart disease from of someone that having other chronic diseases. So there are many chronic diseases that sometimes these chronic diseases can uh, go targeting into the specific organs such as heart. So when taking this type of fat, yeah, the monounsaturated fat is very good in preventing those chronic diseases.
So just remember, if you want to do this diet, just pick the the safety side, which is the healthy side, but not the dessert one.
Not dessert.
Desserts, Mediterranean style desserts
Oh.
are not that healthy.
Too good.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
of Omali at the moment. But doctor, this is
Yeah.
this is one I don't know if you can call it misconception or what. But when people see the items in the Mediterranean diets, they see lots of nuts, almonds, pecans, walnuts, and something like that. And the common misconception about it is the uric acid in nuts. So because the Mediterranean diet, it consists of lots of legumes and from what I mentioned before, is it also safe for the uric acid?
For someone that doesn't have the problem of high uric acid, it's still safe. So this is a misconception about the uric acid food. So there are four types of food and drinks that you should avoid when someone having the history of high uric acid level. First is the red meat, the one that we also avoid in the Mediterranean diet. And the second is seafood. Seafood is still allowed in the moderation in the Mediterranean diet. The third is alcohol. Actually, for Mediterranean diet, it's still allowed to have the red wine occasionally.
Yeah, true.
Okay? And the fourth is the sweets, drinks, and treats
Yeah.
that can also trigger the high uric acid level.
Yeah.
So for nuts, it's safe.
Yeah.
I
What about the shisha, doctor?
what about the
Forget about the question.
Yeah, Sisha. Doctor, well, I'm one that has never tried any diet whatsoever, not ever in my life. So this, I mean, right now it's a very good timing, I think, for me to get a little bit more information from, since you are actually here talking to us. So if I were to try this diet sometime, let's say tomorrow, what can you suggest to me as a newbie here to prepare for just one day, just to give it a shot? Maybe then I will like it, then I'm going to continue.
Okay. So first, in the morning, you can have granola with yogurt because yogurt is still allowed in the Mediterranean diet.
Okay, right.
Okay. Yeah. And then for lunch, we can also modify the Mediterranean food
Oh
into
really?
the Mediterranean style. Yes.
Okay.
Have you ever eat the ikan tude bakar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can eat brown rice with ikan tude bakar along with sambal dagu-dagu.
Oh, yeah,
You
okay.
can, yeah. If you can cook at home, so you can also make him tumis bunga papaya with the olive oil,
Oh.
and then make him sambal dagu-dagu, but you replace the oil with the olive oil.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So when we want to apply the Mediterranean diet, it doesn't always that we need to follow all the food that only common in Mediterranean area. So we need to also modify our food.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's also very good for our environment because it's reducing the the greenhouse effect and all
Yes.
that by eating less meat and all that, right?
Okay, so that we were at lunch, and then what about the snacks and dinners, Doc?
Yes. Let's get to the
Okay, so for the snacks, you can have like roasted almond, yeah, and then for dinner, maybe you can also have a grilled salmon or grilled other fish like a kerapu that we have, yeah.
grouper.
And then along with the, you can have the green beans as the side dish, yeah. And then you can also have a cut of fruits because actually the main idea of this Mediterranean diet is high in vegetables and fruits, and also we can have the animal protein comes from the seafood or fish, yeah. And also you can put the plant proteins such as the beans, yeah. Tempe is also good.
Tempe.
Yeah, tempe is also yeah, tempe, and then you can also put the red bean, yeah, along with the other vegetables.
if you want to if you want to do this diet completely and successfully, you know, in order to be healthy, do you also need to change your butter, for example, to a plant-based butter?
Yes.
Like
Or is it-
margarine.
Yeah, like margarine, or is it?
Or
okay?
olive oil-based butter, something like that.
True.
Yeah, because a butter comes from the animal source, so you can replace it with olive oil and also replace the butter,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
or the canola margarine. It can
Yeah,
also replace the
true.
the butter.
Okay, so Doc, this is also another misconception because when people hear about diet, they think about losing weight. Although the sole meaning of diet itself is actually the eating habit and also probably the pattern of eating and stuff like that. But is this particular diet, because from your explanations, this particular diet is actually for you know, improving the health quality of yourself and stuff, but also is it effective for weight loss?
Okay, so the Mediterranean diet will be effective for weight loss only if you also aware about the serving sizes, such as, for example, you need to be very careful in put the amount of the olive oil that you use or the nuts that you consume. As we know that nuts is also having a high calories. Yeah. So even though this diet is very prominent in the olive oil and then also in the nuts and seeds, we need also using in the moderation.
Yeah.
I mean, if you still want to lose weight, so you need to do also a calorie deficit comes from the reducing the amount of
The carbs?
the oil that you use and also increasing your physical activity or exercise.
But I just want to ask again. I asked about the butter, right? If you use, you need to change it
Yeah.
into plant-based. What about the carbohydrates, for example? Do you need to change from rice to quinoa or couscous or something else in order to have, you know, a full Mediterranean diet? Because if not, probably I'm still going to stick with my own and claim it is a Mediterranean diet, you know?
Okay, so Alia, actually brown rice and red rice is also regarded as a whole grain.
Oh, I
So
see.
you need to adjust slightly from the white rice into the brown or red rice. So you can still have the sensation of eating rice.
Right, but still got the fiber better
Still has the butter.
Sure.
Okay, doctor, got a questions about, of course, the diet still here, but for someone who is working out a lot, you know, on a daily, and with this kind of diet, is there any restrictions, or maybe the time of day where is it preferable to work out, let's say in the morning before you have your breakfast, or is it better to have it in the afternoon, late afternoon, or maybe in the evening with this type of diet, or there's nothing? You can actually just do whatever you want in terms of exercising.
As long as you can still taking the fruits and vegetables in a day, you can still do it.
No problem, yeah?
But sometimes people get problems when eating out. So when the provider of the food not using the olive oil. So
Yeah.
I think we can also. So one thing that we can manage sometimes in the breakfast and dinner. Yeah, eating at home is better. Yeah, and easier to manage other than lunch. Yeah, because we are working. Yeah, so we can complete in the dinner.
Okay, so Ranga, before playing tennis in the morning, just eat a bowl of yogurt. That's it. Okay, don't eat anything else.
Noted.
Yeah.
Having fruit before the sports.
No,
Yeah,
fruits, of course. Fruits. You can always go for fruits, yes?
Right.
Right.
Okay, so before we end our talk, Doctor, I would like to invite my two fellow hosts here to play a game called Myth or Fact. So I will read the statements, and my fellow hosts here will guess if the statements are myths or facts. And you, Dr. Juwalita, will provide the correct answers and explanations, all right? Everybody ready?
Okay, ready.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Number one, statement number one. Someone on a Mediterranean diet can eat pizza and pasta. Is it a myth or a fact?
Pizza and pasta.
It's a hard question, I know. It's between your wishes.
Dude, I don't
and
know.
actually the fact.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay, so you
That's
answer
the
a
point.
myth and you answered it's
got
a
fact.
Okay, which one is correct, doctor? Is it a myth or a fact? Can you still eat pizza and pasta?
Myth, of course.
Oh,
Myth, because the Italians eat a lot of pasta and pizza,
Right.
They started this diet.
Can you
Yallahan.
find the whole grain in the pizza?
yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
I was
so-
thinking maybe there's a very good type of pizza that I haven't really discovered.
Yeah, true. All right.
Okay.